Hi, today we'll solve LeetCode problem container with most water, and we'll do it in ON complexity. In order to reach ON, we need to iterate through our array once, and the problem is here is a given array, find the reservoir where we can store maximum amount of water. So in our case, we have array starting with 1, 8, 6, 2, 5, 4, 8, 3, 7. So here is a representation of our array. And the maximum water we can store between second element in array and last. Last element is height is 7. So this maximum height we can reach in this scope. And then we have spaces 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spaces. And the answer is 7 by 7 is 49. Approach we're going to take is we will start with first element of our array and then last element of our given array. And then calculate how much water we can store between them. In next iteration, we'll move to next element, dropping smallest one. So in our case, from first iteration, 1 is smallest. So we're going to drop element and move our I index to next one. Okay. In the second iteration, we'll compare 7 and 7, and it's going to be maximum value in our example. So we're getting new maximum value of water we can store is 49. In iteration number 3, we dropping again smallest element, which is going to be 7. So we'll move index j to next element, which is 3, and then calculate 3. And we have, let's calculate how many spaces do we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 by 6 is 18. So we are not updating our maximum value of water we can store. And we will do it until index I of left part is going to be equal to index j of a right part. Okay. So let's copy this function and let me open app code, and I will write code here to add unit tests also. So first let's import XCTest. And by the way, I'm going to use Swift as a programming language. And our class is going to be a container with most water, XCTest case. Okay, and first function, I will create test 001. So our test input is going to be, I will copy this value from LeetCode, and before let me paste this function. Okay, so our first test input is going to be that one. Okay. And let maximum amount of water is going to be equal of maximum area, and we send in test input there. And last step we'll do XCT assert equal. So we're asserting that maximum amount of water is equal to 49. Okay, so now let's move to implementation. And inside implementation, first we'll create a variable maximum volume or maximum units is equal to 0, and then index I is equal to 0 first element from array, and j is going to be equal to our height array.count -1. So we'll get j will get last element from array. Now inside while loop, condition is going to be while I is less than j. And inside let's first step will always be calculating maximum amount of water we can store between given elements. So in our case, in the first iteration is going to be first element and last element. Let's do current maximum is going to be equal to minimum between left element height I or height j, which is a right element. Okay, so we're grabbing minimum element. If I'll come back here, so we need to find minimum 1 and 7. We need to calculate this amount of water. So we're getting our minimum, and then we need to multiply this value for spaces we have in our virtual container. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spaces as a first iteration. To calculate that, we need to do last element index minus first element index. Okay, so we're getting our current maximum, and now we need to update our maximum units value. So maximum units value is going to be maximum between maximum units and new calculated current maximum. Okay, so next step, we need to move index. For that, we're going to check for smallest element. So if left element is smaller than right element, in this case, we need to move our index I to next one. Else, we need to move j to next element. In our case, it's going to be j is minus 1. Okay, and I guess that's it. In the end, we need to return our maximum units. All right, so let's execute our test and see if that works. Okay, test succeeded. Let's add another test scenario. So let's do test input. Let's say 1, 1, 1, and then we have 9, 1, 1, 9, 1, 1. So in this case, our maximum amount of water we can store between 9 and 9, and we have 1, 2, 3 spaces. So 3 by 9 is 27. So maximum amount of water, and we expect this to be 27. Let's run tests. All right, all tests succeeded. Let's copy this function to LeetCode and see if we pass in all unit tests. Quick formatting here. All right, so run code. Okay, it succeeded, it's finished. All right, all unit tests succeeded. We finished and we have success. So we solved this medium difficulty problem in ON complexity. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. See you later.